Welcome back to Black Lodge Trivia Night. This is Art, continuing our Lord of the Rings book quest run, which makes it sound like it's just a fun thing you just do on a weekend. It is not. it's, the more I say it out loud, the crazier it sounds. Book 15. We got through book 14 last time. It was the tale, I think, of the elf, whose name I'm blanking on at the moment, and his lost daughter. And the Ring of Narquil. And now we're going to go talk to Glorfindel and Rivendell and get book 15 started. It's entitled Chapter 1 A Strange Fate. Book 15 is Daughter of Stripe. So I don't know if this is going to continue the story of the daughter now that our efforts to save her are done. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, because I feel like, man, why am I blanking on the elf's name? I feel like he came to the conclusion that he also might have died. I think everybody sort of realized, yeah, I think she's gone. Yeah, let's make our way up here. Let's talk to Glorfindel. The missing Nazgul. I feel like that was from a while ago. Yeah, let me just check out this quest, just see what it says.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Again, thanks to Aubrey the Weird One for one of her videos. I never realized this was here, and you can make it a little bigger. Okay, so this is the level 36. This is from a while ago, so I'm not going to worry about this. I wasn't going to worry about it anyway, but I was just curious if that has something to do with... How do I get this? I just decline. Does it go away? Yeah, okay. And you're wondering, why does it matter? And it's because, for some reason, if there's a thing there that wants me to click it, I will. Because I've been trained very well by MMOs. So I want to get them off the screen so it's less distracting for me. I'm like that with everything. Like, it's not 100% true at the moment, but like my desk, if I have anything on there that doesn't have to be on there, I'm always looking at it. So anyway, so let's take a look at the
What do
actual
you
quest.
need?
Matter of Amarthdeel is grave indeed. Okay, so that was the daughter. It is a strange fate that Amarthdeel, or Narmaleth, as she now wishes to be called, is again imprisoned where she was once held for so... Oh, no. Yeah, she didn't get away. We got her. Right. Yeah, we brought her back to that prison that it all started in, with the memories. She must be questioned, and though Master Elrond has bidden me to address the matter at once, I still have many other duties to which to attend. I would ask you to go speak with her. Perhaps you may glean some information of use. Black Lodge, beware her words. This might again be some trickery. So we're heading back to Desolad, which is in the Trollshaws, and it's almost like we don't remember this is exactly how a lot of problems started already. Back in Evendim, the person who was questioning or guarding the evil figure there got turned. So yeah, let's make our way to... Let's make our way to the stables, because I have a feeling we might have a fast travel back to that camp. Now, I know that's a stable master, but that stable master, I don't know if that's just to, like, certain instances. They've started adding, you know, as we'll see, and I've pointed this out, you know, there's two stable masters next to each other. And I don't know if that's just, like, an organizational thing. Like, if you know that one's going to be to certain types of areas, the other's going to be to something else. But it is good to get back to Lord of the Rings Online and the book quest. We'll see how far we can get. I took a quick break to put a bow on Darklands. So that is up.
Megovanen.
Okay, we want to go to the Trollshaws. And I do not recall which camp it is. Let me... Icad Candleath or something. Here we go. So yeah, we put a bow on that one. I definitely did not finish the main quest as it is. So I did get what I was looking for out of it, which was, you know, let's spend some real serious time with this game that I love. I wish I could have beaten it, but it's an old game, and old games can be punishing in weird ways. So like on that stream I I sort of barely revealed what the next classic CRPG is that I'm going to give a shot. And that game, of course, is Ultima 5. And Ultima 5 is another one that it's, and I'm totally out of practice with how to get around here. That's another one that, there are things about it that are quite punishing in like a weird way. Ask me how I know that you need to remember to get the sandalwood box in order to beat the game. Because if you know the game, you'll know. You can imagine what might have what might have happened, and I'll get into that, you know, and among other things. And Darklands was sort of the same way. Not in that literal sense, but just in the sense that, like, hey, there's things that you probably should have done at the very beginning that you didn't do, and now 35 hours later, it's kind of jamming you up. And so what I was coming to realize, and I think maybe I even already said this on another Lord of the... I just needed to sort of rebuild my party with, like, basically re-roll a party. You can re-roll up new characters in-game. So I was sort of in the realization I might have to do that. But then also, you know, I just wasn't having any luck with finding the randomized alchemical formulae that I needed, so a lot of things were not coming together. That second thing, I don't know if there's anything I can do. I mean, what I could do is I could just go town to town to town and just chronicle everything until I find what I need. But I don't have that in me. So that part's never going to go away, and that might be what keeps me from on this particular run. You know, in that sense, maybe the smart thing would be just to restart, because I'm sort of well, no, I'm not completely restarting. I would get equipment and money and fame. Can I just go by? I mean, maybe I'm expected, but I feel like they haven't done their job. Just let anybody walk by you and, oh, okay. Yeah, again, if you recall, you would click on objects in this area and it would reveal memories of Lairdon. I think that was his name, getting... Or something going on with Amarthiel. And I really enjoyed that sort of storytelling. I didn't enjoy it later on in a slightly different form in Angmar. When we were sent back in time after reading Lairdon's journal. Okay. I'm surprised, Black Lodge. I had not thought that you'd be the one who should choose to come and listen to a broken elf maiden's tale. Oh, maybe he did... maybe, I don't know. Maybe he did save her, but it cost him his life, and yeah, maybe it all sort of worked out. Maybe there was a slightly happy ending. Though few believe it, I have been freed from the evil that once ensnared me. It was the lifting of a veil and a release from the chains that held me for so long. I'm no longer consumed by the ring Narquil, nor the desire for it. I have dire news, a warning for those that would listen. As Amarthiel, I had heard whispers of a hidden city in the Dunedain, Estelden. I had sent out a master spy to divine its location, and by now they surely must have located it. The Rangers must be warned of this threat. If this spy is able to infiltrate Estelden, they will move a large force against it in secret. Travel to the North Downs and warn the leader of this camp against the treachery that I have sown. All right. Book 15, Chapter 2. Talk to Halbarad at Estelden. So, always happy to come back here. I know I've said it earlier on in my run when I was here. I really like this location in particular. I like the North Downs. I don't know where a good place is to put it, but a lot happening. I wildly swing my mouse around. What's interesting is when hold on a second. I'll click off of the window. And you're going to lose audio. It gets a little choppy. That's okay. But when I click back on, the music resets. And that's something I sort of noticed recently. I don't know how music engines work, but I always find that interesting. That the music sort of starts over. It doesn't just pick up. It's not like... so it's in a sense like the music gets killed when the audio isn't the focus. Okay, let's talk to Halbarad. But yeah, I'm always happy to come back to this place. I like the ideas of this camp and like the camps in Angmar, which are like the front lines of evil, like these outposts. In this case, like finding ruins and turning it into a makeshift, frontline camp. All right.
What can I do for you? Could I
Spy.
speak to you a moment?
Among us here in Estelden, it seems unlikely that a spy would be able to penetrate our ranks, and even less likely given the source of this information. If you insist upon pursuing the matter, go and speak with the refugees that were recently rescued. Doubtless you will find they are simple herdsmen and farmers, so we're going to go speak to the refugees outside of the library near the craft hall. See what we can learn. Okay. So yeah, but even though like I call this a frontline camp, it's not quite the front line, right? The environment itself hasn't been ravaged. And that's one of the things I know I've said, like the fact that like you start in some place like the Shire or Arket where the ground is still lush and evil feels like it's in another world entirely. And as you quest, you get closer and closer and closer to the full-bore destruction of Angmar, and you can sort of see the progression of, what's coming if you don't stand up and fight. The craft hall. Imagine it's probably one of the doors Alice is missing. Oh, so maybe that was one of the refugees. Speak to the refugees, one of 4. Alice isn't there. We got Rona over here. I would not even know how to recognize what you seek, Warden, but I am a simple farmer. And that's exactly what a spy would say, but... I really wish the trainers still meant something. Even though I know it was sort of like a money sink, I liked, you know, having to like, oh, let's run back to the Warden Trainer and see if I picked anything else up. You know, that's how you used to get your new skills. And so, like, I don't know. Now they just give it to you, which is probably simpler and smoother. But, yeah. Like, let me, you know, I know I've done this before probably, but let me just see what you get.
What do you need?
So if you go, they like, oh, you know what? Let me go to train Warden
How
skills.
can I be of service?
So maybe you still do train. These are all the mounted skills. So maybe you'll have to use them for that. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. These are both level 50. Maybe things, yeah, kick back in once you hit level 50. And of course, there's, you know, like specific items that are useful for classes. You can trade those in there. But yeah, you used to have to go back there all the time. So every time you leveled, you'd sort of run over quickly. This feels like the crafting area. Alice is missing. And I don't know where to find the others. It's telling me the mini-map's pointing me back to the main. It's definitely not good content, but it is the content you have grown to expect. Me not knowing where to go. Let's check in here. Maybe they're actually in the building. Nope. Oh, there we go. There's one.
What chance have you?
I've seen nothing strange since I left Angmar. So there's one left. Is there any reason why they would be behind in this area?
You risk your life to come here.
Spy. Friend, I've seen many things, but no spy. Okay, so we talked to 3 of the 4, but Alice is missing, so... draw whatever conclusions we may from that. And the conclusions we will draw is that Alice must now die. All right, book 15, chapter 3.
Greetings.
One of the refugees is missing.
Will you do something for me?
Those whom we take under protection here in Esselden are not allowed to depart without my leave under penalty of death. Okay, it's on, Alice. This is the law, and it has protected us and kept us hidden from our enemies. It is likely that this refugee is only returning to her homestead and that she is no spy, but we must still be brought to judgment for breaking the laws of Esselden. Search the easternmost pass into Angmar and bring back the refugee, be she a spy or otherwise. Okay, so I'm going to stick that down there since we're mostly dealing with the eastern portion of the map. Yeah, I think last time I played, I'm looking down now, I started to rearrange some of these. There's no hotkeys, I don't think, for the top bar, but I don't really need that. But at some point, I think I need to start figuring out a good organizational method so I can actually put to use some of these skills more efficiently. Like somehow start building into my muscle memory these up here that start gambits off with two symbols. One of the other reasons why I like the landscape. I think this is a visually appealing place to adventure in. So I've always sort of enjoyed it from that perspective as well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know I know I've talked about it. I know I said before, I wish they'd gotten the chance to do their 4K upgrade and all that stuff. And it's not necessarily because I need them to drastically improve the graphics. I just wanted it to work with a 4K interface, given that monitors now are getting up there. But not sure why I paused there. I didn't touch anything. Like I said, man, this game still got it for me, visually. Also, I appreciate that I'm at a high enough level that I don't have to deal with any of this. Oh, hey, Alice, where are you going?
The Traduradine are traitors.
Lay down your weapons and walk away, Warden. I will not be stopped. Oop. Omen Chieftain. Not my job. All right. Something indeed was afoot. Let's make our way back. Again, I guess I could use the mithril coin, but I like this area, so maybe I'll just soak in it a little bit. Like the bath water that's not even hot anymore and you're just rooting around in your old filth. Such is the comfort of coming back to... No, just kidding. But here you can see, like, you know, a lot of dead trees. But as you move further away from the actual edge with Angmar, it comes back to life a little bit more. Again, all set against the backdrop of fallen ruins from thousands of years ago. Nothing that matters, but it's just sort of I'm just looking down at my experience bar to see how much blue there was for that sort of catch-up XP, and I'm realizing, oh, I'm at 49. Like, I'm soon going to be hitting the original level cap. Again, not an accomplishment at all at this point, but a nostalgic one. And I mean, you can see, like, where are we on? We're on, this is going to be video, I don't know, 17, 18, 16. I don't know where we're at in the, each one's multiple hours long. I mean, so you can see how much gameplay you get just from essentially playing the story. And I think a lot of it is free. So, but don't quote me on that part. But I thought, like, a lot of this early story stuff you can just get by jumping in, so. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've been playing 30-something hours maybe so far. Again, continues. This game will, you know, I don't know what it says about me. This game will be one of the smartest purchases I've ever made in my life. So, I don't know if that's, I don't know what that says. I don't know if that's like a hard look in the mirror kind of moment, but in terms of value. Okay, chapter 4.
How can I be of service?
Alice was a spy. I'm sorry for mistrusting your counsel, though doubtless even the wise would not see aid of this nature coming unlooked for from such an ally. All right, let's choose one. What do we got? We've got necklace, which is going to give us a little bit of maximum morale, give us a little bit of an evade boost, give us a little boost to how fast we run out of combat, which is always nice. The sword, I feel like, as I say, I feel like we've sort of hit. Yeah, it's going to knock us down a little bit. Not by much, but a little bit. I'm going to stick with the spear just for slightly higher damage and the theme of it all, because wardens should be using spears in theory.
Could I speak with you a moment?
All right. Estelton remains hidden, and though I am glad that disaster was averted, I still do not wholly trust the Council of Emarthiel. No, Narmaleth, who for so long brought strife and war upon us. She may still have a great store of information to offer our cause, so you may return to Desolade with my thanks, but be wary. I'm not wholly convinced that she can be trusted in all matters, and that this is not some grand scheme of the enemy. All right, we're going back. So real quick before I forget, let's get that necklace going. Here it is. I don't know if it. So we're at 1709. So my old one gave us more because it was a plus to vitality, not just a plus to the maximum morale. But I'm going to take the new one just because it gives us also some evade bonus and a faster run speed. I also appreciate the instant teleport back and forth here. It was nice not to have to get to Rivendell and then find a way to get over to Estelden. I mean, it wouldn't have been hard, but it saves a little bit of time without having to blow mithril coins. Again. Not sure security's entirely locked down, but maybe they just recognize me. Here we go. And I also confess, I do not remember this part of the story, so I'm wondering if this might be just a triple cross or if she's truly free of the evil. We must hurry. Estelden has not the time for delay. We got it, baby. We're good. I'm glad that at least one of my wicked deeds has been amended. There are so many others whose weight I must bear for the rest of my days. However few those might be. Okay, I'm glad you've returned, Black Lodge. I was not always as you have known me, for though I was doomed to failure, my heart's intentions were ever true. Alas, that shadow will corrupt even the noblest of goals. I have much to tell you. We're on chapter 6. Okay, so we're going to be doing one of these things where we're playing as another character. Again, last time I did this, I did not care for it. Oh, The Legacy of Morgoth. I think by now, at the time of this recording, this is out. I feel like I've seen... Again, I don't know how many Lotro streamers are out there. There's Aubrey the Weird One. There's...
Ages ago, in the vastness of Eregion, the Dark Lord came in fair guise. Some amongst the elves called him Antheron, Gift Lord, for he taught them to craft the rings of power. In those days, he beguiled Narmaleth, daughter of Laodon, and broke her mind.
All right, and then there's like I want to get it right. There's Aubrey the Weird One, and then another one I've checked out. There's the Questing Dad. I've seen some of that a lot. Potino Bone was the one I was watching for a while. So, but I think I've definitely seen Aubrey the Weird One doing some kind of video for Morgoth. So I'm guessing it's out by now. Do hurry, I have something wonderful to show thee. Oh, right, because when you switch characters, it moves everything. It does a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Do not be frightened. Antheron promised there was naught for me to fear. And I even specifically went back to the YouTube comment that talked about how to save... Oh. I don't know what my buttons do, so find out. Weighted arrow. Am I a hunter? Eldar's Kiss. Dagger throw. Do you see? No Uruk can withstand the might of the Noldor. Okay, I'm definitely an elf. Eldar slash Eldar cut. These are not straight up hunter things, but... Elf trick? A close range attack that days... Okay. I don't know if any of this is gonna matter because I got 5,400 morale. Narmaleth's got like 13,000, so we're good. Yeah, I feel like I need to write down and have a post-it note stuck to my monitor, like it's Shift I, idiot, or whatever it is. So the archer, okay. It's a healing, okay. Oh, okay. Just interrupted my own attack because I didn't know what it was doing. As father says, I am not ready to fight in wars. Let's see how blah, blah, blah. We have you now. Get them, lads. Where's my days? Maybe this was not such a wise choice. Oh, there's Laerden, okay. Come to help out his daughter out of a jam, I guess. Narmaleth, what is this foolishness? Father, Oop. I thought she handled herself quite well. I was about to say, I mean, I feel like we did okay. I can explain. I I already forbade thee from speaking to this gift lord, and now thou dost sneak out to meet with him. Thy father would forbid thee from learning more of the world outside. Come with me, Narmaleth. I can show thee how to make things not even the mind of Fëanor has imagined. Thou would order my daughter to defy me? Come, Narmaleth, we are returning to Mirabel at once. Would thou be trapped in Mirabel forever? Hold thy tongue, or I shall... No, okay. I'm leaving with Antheron. If thou love me, thou wilt not stop me. Come, Narmaleth, we shall begin thy learning immediately. Narmaleth, I... Gift Lord sounds like Middle-earth's version of free candy. I love thee. You do not want to get in the van marked free candy. And I think that's what we just watched Narmaleth do. Boost your stats! Exclamation point. It's interesting. Again, like none of the details of the mechanics matter, really. So unless unless it's for rating. Okay, get rid of this dynamic layers. Don't need that. Talk to Narmaleth at Desolate. Okay, here we go. I was young and foolish, and Sauron taught me the secret arts of ring lore. And by that, I was ensnared. With his aid, I forged a potent... Oh, is it back to being small? I guess, no. Okay. I forged a potent ring powerful enough to sway the hearts and minds of those around me, yet he regarded not in me the skill of a ringsmith, but the prowess of a warrior, cruel and beautiful. But the violent losses of Narquil and my father have purged me of the spell and the spirit that bound me to Sauron's will. I am truly free, though I have paid a bitter price indeed for my folly so many ages ago. I regret all the deeds I wrought under my spell of madness. Each death by my hand is a crushing weight that I will bear forever, even into the undying west, if I am ever allowed into those hallowed halls. Yeah, I don't know. You might be spending a lot of time here. I don't know about the paradise on the other side of the world that... Book 15, Chapter 7. Black Lodge, I wish to do some good in the fight against the evil which I created. Mordorith has recovered Narquil, and doubtless he will seek to use its powers soon. Dramboar is arrogant, but he still has skill in the dark arts of the enemy and is no less wicked than his master. He too remains a threat that I allow to persist. I wish to aid in healing the hurts I have inflicted upon the world, even if by the least act. If you would but speak to Lord Glorfindel for me, I will accept my judgment, whatever it may be. Okay, they're going to bounce us over to... where are we? So I was about to go along the low part of the cliff. I think I need to go up high and then cut right. Okay, we're on chapter 7. One good deed does not erase all that was done by her as Emarthiel, no matter what name she calls herself now, but I will reflect upon all that you've told me. Master Elrond has asked that Narmaleth be judged, and I would have you accompany me while she is questioned.
Glorfindel, mightiest of elf lords, tests the heart of Narmaleth, seeking to learn if the spirit of Emarthiel has truly passed from her. If Narmaleth has indeed returned, her knowledge of Angmar may aid the free peoples in overthrowing the false king.
Okay, let's, as a warden, you've achieved such renown as to receive a summons from Rotha at Ostgaruth. I'm going to accept this one because it's a warden quest. I don't know if the other ones were instances and I just should have paid more attention, but... I love the idea of Desolade. It's, like the ancient prison that's so ancient, like time has forgotten it, but it's still, it's like where Bane sends Batman in The Dark Knight Rises, that kind of just end of the world type of prison. Lord Glorfindel awaits you. I've been commanded by Master Elrond to hold council with you, Amarthael, champion of Angmar. You have lent great aid to the Rangers of Esselden, but that has not cleared you of your previous offenses. What have you to say? Why should you not be held here where you may commit no more evil deeds? I can offer only my own sorrow for my previous deeds. I am only Narmaleth. I reject the name Amarthael and all that was done under that corrupt guise. And what would Narmaleth, Forge Maiden, ask of Master Elrond? To be allowed to aid the free peoples in their fight against Angmar. To assist in the destruction of that which I created. The destruction of Narquil and the fall of Mordorith are all that I seek. And how would you accomplish such a task? The ring Narquil is potent, but not strong enough to bring down one such as Mordorith. Not through the power of Narquil, but all the strength that is left in me will I use to fight my enemy. Were you to recover Narquil, you would be better equipped to dispatch your enemies. Were the power of Narquil used to slay Mordorith, he would return in time. Nay, I seek a final end to Mordorith and Narquil alike, though I hold no hope for myself. I detect no lies in your speech, and I judge you to be true of heart. Though you have done much harm, I deem that it would be by your hand or none that Mordorith will find his doom. I release you under the protection of Black... Oh, whoa. Hey. Who will answer for all your deeds. I didn't actually sign up for that. Okay. We must return to Rivendell, okay. Are you ready to depart? Be wary when speaking. Yeah, I know, but you just told me... Okay. By your word, Black Lodge, Narmaleth has allowed her freedom. Had it not been for your excellent reputation amongst my kindred, I would not have allowed for her departure. I don't know if I was arguing for that. I think you were seeing that it was... I feel like it should be your word. I just verified information she told me. But here, this air, you depart from my side. Be wary and fastidiously watchful. Though my thoughts counsel me to trust that no treachery remains in Narmaleth, I perceive that the desire of Narquil has not wholly left her. Also, your name's on the hook. So you do detect a little evil. I feel like you're trying to play both sides here, Glorfindel. Let's see. Narmaleth has sent word that she desires to speak to you. She wishes to begin preparations for the journey immediately and asks that you return to Desolade. Don't forget my counsel. Be cautious. Advise as she may seem. One does not plunge one's hand so deeply into the realm of shadow without finding them forever tarnished. Okay. It's going to be fraught with peril, the road ahead, etc. Okay. Okay. Chapter 8. We must be quick if we hope to stop Mordorith. I know of one place only in which he could house his foul steed, deep in Barad Gularan. Mordorith has a secret lair, Gador Gularan. The path thither is beset with danger, and perhaps we can catch Mordorith off his guard. You will not have foreseen that you would trust me enough to allow my passage, and this distrust will be his undoing. Okay, let's go. Okay, they're going to take us to Gath Forthnier, which is nice. They're just going to sort of get you where you need to go. Let's make the journey, where my father hid for so long, watching for my return. From Gath Forthnier, we'll be able to form a plan of attack. You will have to go ahead and carry my word to Guladir. Yeah, I guess that's true. I'd be like, hey, by the way, your arch nemesis is coming, but it's totally cool. Don't freak. Oh, just, I have one window open. It's my email. I just saw 2 days remain of Vaesen, Mythic Carpathia, city of something. I don't see the rest of it. It's nice to get some more Vaesen material. Had a very good time running that with Matt and would like to get back to it. And I think that is a system that I would probably lean on pre-printed material. Much as I probably would for Call of Cthulhu. I love the ideas of those settings. I'm not teaming with ideas myself, but I would love to see what kind of stuff they have out there.
How can I be of service?
Amarthiel in Gath Forthnier. I forbid it. Should we also make rooms for more Draenborn and more? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? And Mordorith, I will not have my enemies within the walls of the stronghold, whose very doors have been defended by those whose blood she has spilled. Nah, maybe I came off a little too harsh there. He remembers the long years in which Laridan sought to free his daughter from the evil that consumed her, even to his own doom. As a last favor to my dear friend, I will harbor Narmaleth in
Might I
Gath
take a
Forthnier.
moment of your time?
Narmaleth will have arrived by now. Go to her father's old room and see what she has to say about the situation here in Angmar. I hope you know what you're doing. All right. Chapter 10. This one's moving along pretty quickly. What do we got? Looks like a burglar. Yep, level 51 burglar. Nice to see burglars again out in the wild. Or Neil's room. Because as I mentioned before, I decided to take on this incredibly crazy task. I was playing a burglar to pass the time. Thank you for speaking on my behalf, Black Lodge. From here, we can set in motion the plan to defeat Mordorith at last. My father's final words revealed to me how Mordorith may be defeated. Though he has returned from Minas Morgul with great power, he still bears the scar of Guladir's blade, Dunakar, that pierced him and sent him back to his foul master. If we were to bear this weapon before him, even in its broken state, the memory of this wound will be enough to make Mordorith falter. Speak to Guladir and find out what has become of the broken blade of Dunakar. I know a lot of times, when there's an instanced area of the world, they put like a little gate there so you have a quick load or something. Like, I wonder what would happen if somebody who has not, like that thief out there, say the thief is not as far in the book quest as I am, or further, whatever. Like, if they were to run next to me, is that even possible? Or is there sort of like a hidden instance with these doors? Because there's nothing physical like in other parts of the game. And if so, like, what would they see? I'm just curious where like the instancing occurs.
Greetings.
Narmaleth has arrived at a plan to rid us of Mordorith. I'm ready to hear it.
Stay a moment.
Guladir listens to your account of Narmaleth's plan and nods. I took the broken hilt of Dunakar with me when I buried my dear Lorneal, and by her grave it lies still. After her death, we carried her as far as we dared under the cover of darkness. She rests atop a hill on the northern slopes of Gorathlad. If the Blade of Dunakar will aid you in your fight against Mordorith, I give you my leave to retrieve it. Okay, on to chapter 11. Okay, retrieve the broken hilt of Dunakar. Okay. I'm wondering, like, why would you want your daughter's final resting place to be in Angmar? And I was trying to recall any, like, backstory from because this is actual homeland. It has fallen. I thought, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter either way. Just lore-wise, I was trying to put two and two together. And I've said before, for every reason I enjoy Estelden, you know, like I enjoy Angmar. It's just the pure wasteland desolation of it all. It feels like they captured it correctly. I'm going to follow this road west and then use the intersection to cut south. I'm sort of going to try and then from here make my way over. I'm not sure if that's going to make it any easier, but you're wondering why the change in direction. Oh, the Iron Crown Messenger. You know, I don't know if the book quest had us do a ton in this area. I do recommend, like, I wanted to do these videos to showcase the book quest because I think the story is really engaging. It's a good Middle-earth series of stories in my mind. Like, it's solid. And I think it makes it a little bit unique in the MMO space, even though I can't accurately, because I don't have a ton of experience with other MMOs to the same degree. But don't, if you're going to go into this game and you're like, you know what, I think I'm going to pick this game up, genuinely don't just do the book quests. And not just because, as you've seen, there's a couple times where I was like under leveled and had to go, but because all of the areas are interesting, especially in this early game. And a lot of the side quests have some nice backstory to them. Even if the quest is go kill 12 wolves. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, let's start cutting through. Because for better or worse, there's all these little stories. These are elite. That are worth checking out. Okay, so I think I want to go over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off. I'm going to pop this guy. Now, not to brag, but I'm kind of a big deal. I could take these guys, definitely one at a time. But let's see if I can sneak by just in the interest of being a awesome badass. Again, Warden's so versatile. Now I need to cut up this way. I have a feeling I'm going to need to end up on a hilltop somewhere, and I'm not actually pulling that off. Okay, this could be bad. Opening move as I get sent into next week. Okay, screwed up that. Okay, let's see if we can get this healing gambit fired off correctly. There we go. Let's build on that for the 2. What I should be doing is I should be targeting the minions because I can get them down quickly, so I'm getting less hits on me. Okay. Got another elite about to join the fray. Got a couple bleed stacks. Let's go back to healing. So again, we're starting at a deficit, 1345 to 6800. Through healing, now we're back up to almost full health, while taking about 700 off of him, or it, or whatever. Let's get some bleeds going. Okay, second bleed stacked. Let's get a third bleed going. Go back to healing because I'm in good shape. Still in a deficit. Okay. So now let's just double check. I need to start going northeast. You know what? I was gonna say it's. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get past. I don't even know if I need to. Like that could be a dead end. Nope. So I know I'm heading in the wrong direction according to the minimap. All I'm trying to do is I'm sort of circumventing the base of this area, trying to find a path up. Like, where did he start his ascent? Because it seems like he laid his daughter to rest right in the heart of evil. So again, this does not look good. Okay, now I'm entering the wrong area, so... Whoa. I did enjoy, like, I was running through... Seems like there's a little bit of lag. This evil camp of war keepers and trolls, and then Owen. Just Owen hanging out. Normal. Normal Owen. Yeah, that's just a dead end. Sturdy chests will have to be for next time. That's also a dead end. So clearly the way is not through this camp, which of course makes sense. It was dumb to come this way. But there is something comedic about seeing like a train of folks chasing after you. All right, so let's try coming at it from the north. See if we have any better luck. Yeah, so what's been going on with Black Lodge? We just wrapped up. It'll be out shortly after this goes up, based on when I'm in my head trying to get this going. Wrapped up a 2-session English Eerie, so that will be up. Because we all have the attention span of like feral cats. Our rotation was totally upended, so we're gonna be starting some new stuff hopefully pretty soon. And put out a little behind the scenes video with us talking about having one of those conversations where, you know, it's just like, yeah, we have a plan, but then so much time goes by because we can't get all three of us together, or because, you know, certain games in the rotation go on a little longer than expected, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of reasons for it, but often beyond our control. But it just gets you to the point where, like, you know, interest is faded in one thing. That kind of happened to me a little bit with Cold War spy game. You know, I was third in the rotation, I think, at the time, so it took a while for my turn to come up, and I had to like sort of get myself re-excited, you know, rediscover the spark, or else I would have just moved on to something else, right? Whatever the latest shiny thing was right before my turn came up. So he said it was up in the hills, and we are making our way up the hills, so I feel like this shows some promise. Now we're in the actual area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop for a minute and see who's chasing me, get off, and deal with them. This is a signature, I assume? Yeah. So I'm going to treat it a little bit like an elite because it's orange, where I'm going to go all heal for the time being. Gambits are getting thrown off again. I don't know if it's lag. Like, I'm just assuming... What it is I'm not, like, locked in visually on the Gambit bar. I'm sort of, like, doing the normal muscle memory timing while I see what else I can fire off. And it's throwing it off a little bit. I might need a double shield for some protection because I'm starting to get hurt. What's this? Steadfast? What does that do? That doesn't do anything. I'm just completely blowing my gambit. Try that off. I don't know if it's... Okay, one down. Oh, this is a second signature. That's okay. That makes a little more sense now. But at least it's only one, so hopefully if I pay attention now... Oh, I'm stunned. Can't have that. Again, all heals. I did throw up a double shield, but by accident, because my timing got thrown off when I got stunned. But it can't hurt. At least it's a defensive gambit that I accidentally did. So now I'm almost in the black here in terms of morale. Still at a slight deficit, but getting close. Okay, so now I'm in the black. So now I can, say, get a bleed going. Finish this guy off. Second bleed. There we go. Burial mound. There we are. Retrieve the broken hilt of Dunakar. I guess I've grabbed you know what? I'm gonna pop the coin to get back. Anyway, but yeah, it's good to, you know, as I was saying, it's good to see the more Vaesen coming. And yeah, the rotation is in shambles, but in a good way. I was supposed to play in a this I feel really badly about. We were organizing on the Discord channel for Black Lodge a game of Dragonbane coming up. And at the last second, you know, some family plans were like, "Hey, you know, I didn't realize this was happening. Let's just let's make family plans." And I was like, "Ugh." But it's tough to be like, "Sorry, family plans. I need to roleplay as much as I enjoy it, you know." So I was like, "Okay, yeah, no, I gotta." So I had to drop. It sounds like the game's still gonna happen, so I'm really happy about that. But I felt badly dropping out the last second because I didn't know there was a last second change of plans.
Might I take a moment of your time?
I thought I had seen this hilt for the last time. The very weight of it brings back memories both painful and heartening. Long and well it served me before it was shattered by the false king. Bring the hilt to Narmaleth. She's been preparing for the final assault and is awaiting your return. Okay, this quest is meant for a fellowship. If you choose to undertake this quest solo, you'll receive inspiration. And part of the reason why I say take this up quest, I don't know, like, I feel like these utterances change, they update as you advance through the story. Maybe the side characters themselves also change. I have no idea. But there are little stories from these side quests that will take you all over the map and let you really see a lot of different places. The Hilt of Dunakar. We will finally put an end to Mordarith. Assault Gador Gularan. Let's do it.
Wielding the broken sword Dunakar, Narmalith leads a party by secret ways into the stronghold of Gador Gularan to face Mordorith, the steward of Angmar, and Mordrimbor, his servant. It is hoped that Mordorith will remember the pain Dunakar inflicted upon him.
Okay, we must hurry. With Narquil reforged, it will not be long before all of Eriador is overrun. Nope. Yep, okay. Narquil must be destroyed and Mordorith stopped. Okay, so I'm looking at 7,700 morale. Narmalith is rocking 13,600. So we're definitely... Again, my gambits are getting thrown off. I don't know if I'm... It's timing, if I've been slowed somehow, if that's like a status effect, or if I just... There's lag. Yeah, okay. Those last two are definitely lag. Just gonna slow it down a little bit. Not now, missing pages of the Dunedain. Again, side quests I've always been curious about because they feel like they're so lore connected. I'm curious what it's like to actually find all the pages. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I don't think I got that interrupt off. I'm not going to get that interrupt off because I don't have it set up and the other one hasn't cooled down. A little smoother. Oh, but then it goes right back. Okay. think I got that interrupt off. I'm not sure. Didn't get that one off. Oop. I think she's about to. Is it back up here? Yeah. Whoa. Trying to take out the summoner, thinking that's going to help me out here a bit. I don't know if that's true. I actually might need to start focusing on healing. How's Narmaleth doing? Narmaleth is in decent shape. So I'm going to look out for number 1 for a bit here. I'm back in decent shape health-wise. Okay, so let's start focusing on offense again. Maybe I should have been focusing on the fiery grims. They go down quickly. And it would have been a way to, like, again, cut down on the number of people getting shots off. Oof, all right. I'll help Narmaleth out here a bit. She's healing. Okay, is she in bad shape? No, that's the Defiler. Let me focus on him. Get a boot off. Maybe I can stop. Nope, I'm dazed, so I don't get the boot off. Still dazed. Let's get out of that. Let's get this off. Nope. Don't have that ready to go. Narmaleth is down to 10 grand, so I'm going to put the Defiler down as fast as possible. So no more heals get cast. Okay, stack 3 bleeds. Now I'm just going to go Ball of Steel, and those for just raw damage. I think we're nearing more Drambor. I can sense Narqueel's nearness. Are we ready to continue? Let's do it. I fear that if we must fight more Drambor, I cannot approach him too closely. You leave that to me. Otherwise, more Drambor could use Narqueel's power to dominate my mind. This is an evil chamber. Like, they nailed it. No notes. What do we need? We need an evil chamber. How does this look? Nailed it. Instead, one of you must approach. Again, you keep talking about me like I have friends. And fight in my name. I don't have friends. I only have the strength to aid one of you, so make sure only one of your number approaches more Drambor. Well, that's an interesting thing, though. So I wonder, like, you make sure your Guardian goes up, and everybody just goes 100% support. More Drambor, give up this madness. Throw Narqueel into the flames. It will be your undoing. Madness. Nay, Armathiel, it is thou who hast fallen into madness. Madness is challenging more Drambor, champion of Angmar. With Narqueel's power, I will lead an army against Imladris. Go now. One of you must fight. More Drambor in my name. I'm on it. What are we looking at here? We got 26,000. Holy crap. Feel the fire of Narqueel, Black Lodge. Narqueel's mark upon you, Black Lodge. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it'll mean anything, but I'm going to stack some bleeds on this guy. Feels trivial, like this master ring-bearing source of evil. I'm going to stack 3 bleeds and then maybe like put a light damage over time. You know, just like... It feels ridiculous to say. But it does not stop me from saying it, I guess. I don't know if I got that interrupt off. Not that it matters so much. I like this guy's sword. Kind of got a cool look to it. I'm curious, like, how this would... what's the... Normalist champion. The player's Normalist champion bearing the brunt of more Drambor's assault. I think I got the interrupt off there. I'm wondering what it does. Is it just like a defensive buff? Feel the fire of Narqueel, Black Lodge. This could be bad. But we're hitting like the 50% of its morale, so I'm wondering if it's going to start triggering other attacks. Nope. Narqueel's mark we've already experienced. More susceptible to fire damage, marked for death. Okay. Can I get rid of those? Not with that. One combat, nope. I can see this being like a hell of a fight in a group. Because we'd all be, you know, I wouldn't have 7,000 morale. I'd have my normal 1,700, right? And so it'd be real careful balance. Only a guardian could go up. So like maybe hunters would be throwing in DPS support. But really, you'd have to all make sure that hunter doesn't go down. Not hunter. The frontline tank doesn't go down. And that's sort of an interesting... I can see that being also a pretty cool hero moment for a guardian or other tank class. Okay, so we're in the black now in terms of health deficit, so that's good. Feel the fire of Narquil. Did I get that interrupt off? I think I did. So again, just pounding on DPS. Okay, mark upon you. I can't stop a bit. Oh, maybe I could get a boot off. Nope, screwed that up. Some lag kicking it. It is not possible. Narquil was mine. You must come closer if I'm able to remove blah, blah, blah. Why am I not? With this ring, I wielded great power. Armies fell before me, and my enemies trembled at my very name. Be strong. There we go. All the deeds I did as Amarthiel, champion of Angmar. I sought for power, for approval, for brave and heroic deeds. That which I sought has turned to ash. It was all for naught, and now I am only Narmaleth. She did it. She resisted its pull. We need haste, for we still must deal with Mordorith. Look, the cavern shaking has knocked one of the columns over. Carefully now. Let's cross to the other side. Now, are they both here together? Or was just this one? I thought they were fighting the last time we... Or maybe I misremember. Let's go through. We must hasten if we're to take Mordorith unaware. Okay, we're still going. Nice. Okay. wonder what makes the lag kick in. Like, this doesn't seem to be crazy with effects. It doesn't seem to be crazy with large number of enemies. But there with the sorcerer was kicking in. I don't know if it's like a Dragon's Dogma 2 thing where it's like the AI doing something. Although I've heard that's been worked on and I should give it another shot to see how that now plays. Ularan warriors looks like enchanted sets of armor. I need to worry about that sorceress. Is she doing something? Trying to remember how to get like Boar's Rush. I thought it was just fist. Maybe it's the other way. Okay. That's what it is. It's fist first, not shield. Shield. Not. It's spear first, not fist first. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought I had a gambit lined up. In my lag, maybe I fired it off before I thought I hadn't. Normalus is actually in bad shape. Fortunately, I don't remember gambits that will... Do I have gambits that heal other people in my party? Like, I know I have gambits that will pull health from others and give them to me. Like, I think these kinds of things... Maybe? Okay. Now I'm sort of frozen here. I'm not sure where Narmaleth went. Okay. I'm going to zoom up. Getting a little Black Lodge vibe going on here with the red curtains. Nope. Okay. So where is she? Up there she is. Notice if I do shield, fist. No, it didn't work because of the lag. Shield, fist, fist. Dance of War. That just makes it harder for me to be hit. Okay. Yep, again. Didn't get the interrupt in because I think because of lag. Maybe it's just my slow reaction speeds, I don't know. So the nice things about these things, it's sort of like a mini raid, right? They sort of build them into the story. Which I guess, like in a lot of games, the raids are part of the story. But even if you don't get... I like the idea of the Fellowship quest. I don't know how prevalent that is in other MMOs, where it's like small-time raids for smaller groups. Oop. I'm going to get on that sorceress. She's going to summon people. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, so I'm not in great shape. Narmaleth is hanging in there, so I might need to focus on a little healing here. I need to focus more on healing. Hopefully all those boar rushes or whatever I was doing has everybody's attention on me. At least Narmaleth seems to be in decent shape. Now, I think positioning matters a little bit on this. Let me just see if I've... Yeah, there we go. And I wonder if you do more damage the more people it affects. I think Narmaleth was able to interrupt that Gularan warrior a moment ago, unless he got his thing off quickly, but it felt too short. I started using this first aid to start clearing some of these status effects. Go on the healing run here for a minute. Alright, I'm ready for the final fight. I do not know what we will find behind this door. Ready yourself, Black Lodge. Let's do it. Nope, still locked. Let us end this, Black Lodge. Here we go. Oh, nice. Also a nice epic arena for a final battle. I was hoping to see the world map, see what part of Angmar we're in. Your final task is nearly at hand. Prepare yourself. Mordorith. Oh. Ah, Amarthiel, I welcome thee to Gedor Gularan. Your arrival here is not unexpected, although your companions do surprise me. Did you beguile them with winsome words of how you sought to redeem yourself? How laughable. Ha ha. I will add laughter. I know that what you truly seek. You wish to overthrow me again and regain Angmar. Silence, false king. Trying to do some camera angle stuff. I seek your overthrow, true, but I will seek the downfall of all of Angmar as well. Narquil is gone, destroyed. I am free of the Dark Lord's influence. I am Amarthiel no longer. I am Narmaleth, as my father named me. We shall see about that. Air quotes, Narmaleth. We shall see. Guard your thoughts. Mordorith may use them against us. Oh. It's an illusion, okay. So as you can see, we got a little bit of a deficit. We're at 6,500. He's at 82,600. So we've got a little ways to make up. Hopefully at some point, you don't have to take down like multiple 80,000 health illusions. Little heal just to balance it. Come, Narmaleth. There's much that I can still teach thee. Ooh, using the Gift Lord. Oh. I think she was trying to warn me of their curses. I'm just going to stand there and take it because... Let the bleed finish him off. Be free from their curses, Black Lodge. Ooh, another illusion. Still at 64,000, so we're chipping away. I think I got that interrupt off even without the shield slam. Just double up on the fist like a mistake. But I can't remember which one was the one that was going to be messed up by the sight of the broken sword that wounded it. Was it Mordorith or was it the first one? Put a little healing on. Oops, wrong one. Narmaleth. Oh, Sarah Oakheart, who we know is a bad dude. Sarah Oakheart illusion. Okay. Oop, not quite. Back to this dude. See if we can get this off. Maybe. The fact that I'm fighting the illusion tells me that this story is probably going to continue. Or it's going to be another, like, oh, now you fight the real me for another 85. They're like, oh my god. Again, a little bit of healing. So a couple of these bleeds are getting deflected. So I wonder, I think what I really need to do is I need to, if I can remember what it was, there's certain ones that'll lower his defenses. And then I can get bleeds through, but I forget which ones those were. Daughter. Oh man, this is gonna be cheap. Father? Oh. Father, no! Look what you have done! Let me get over here. Maybe I can hit them all at once. Enough of this, Mordereth. Face me, you coward. As you wish, Narmaleth. Oh. Oh. Oh, you have struggled hard, but it was all for naught. Here you shall die, your hopeless quest for redemption of failure. Amarthiel, though long will her deeds be remembered. Using her bad name. All those enslaved by Angmar will curse her name and the name of her father. Lairdin the fool, he shall be called. Lairdin, whose pathetic love for his daughter blinded him and doomed all of Eriador. Never! Oh, yeah? Ah. She did it. It is done. Mordereth's spirit is gone, thrown into the void, never to return. I fear, though, it has cost me what grace remained within me, and my time here in this Middle Earth is ending. Nay, do not weep. I would gladly pay this price again, and now can leave these shores knowing that I have helped, in a small way, push back the darkness I served for so very long. Soon I will see my mother, my father. Oh, finish now. The flowers of Linden, I can see them once more. Her life spent defeating Mordereth. The lifeless form of Narmaleth lies before you. Her face, once racked with guilt and sorrow, is now at peace. You should now return to Gath Forthnir to let them know all that has transpired.
Beguiled by Sauron into crafting the ring Narchwil, Narmaleth fell into madness, allowing the spirit of Amarthiel to overcome her. The death of her father, Lairdin, freed her mind, and once more as Narmaleth, she led the free peoples against the steward of Angmar. But in the end, her redemption required her life.
All right. Oh, nice little recap video there, I guess. I know we've gotten a couple of those videos. I don't know if we've gotten them at the end of missions, and I don't know if they were quite so synced. Huh, where am I? Half tempted to just see what happens if I take that guy on, but maybe not. Maybe not. Nope, don't want to destroy all. Let's loot all, whatever. Okay. Nice. I think that's going to qualify as good epic shit. I think I labeled Lairdin's quest in Everdim when we're in Numinos, when he sort of sacrificed himself so we could escape with the football. Thought that was good stuff. And I thought that mission we just did for Book 15 was really good stuff. Pretty epic fights. It took a while, but that's okay. It took, I guess, longer than I thought, but still okay. Epic fights, epic finish, sacrifice, pathos. Seeing her mother and father again as she goes into the next life. as somebody who has lost both parents, it's a comforting thought. That me, as someone who has lost both parents, it's a comforting thought to think of that kind of thing, even whether or not you're religious or not. The idea that, oh yeah, like someday we'll see each other again, however that works, is it's a touching conclusion to that story. Yeah, really, really enjoyed it. And again, gives Souls games a run for their money for like super downer NPC. I think I'm NPC quest lines. In a good way, like the Souls games, their quest lines, their NPC quest lines are all crazy downers, but they're all also really good. So, I mean, not all, but you know what I mean. And I feel like the story of Laerden and his daughter is a touching, tragic tale worth telling. All right, so now we're gonna make our way back. I probably should have I gotta say, I was tempted to Mithril coin it just because there was that like super elite level 54. It kind of looked like a Nazgul. Just sort of roaming outside the building. So I was tempted to do it, but I was like, let me just see what happens. I mean, the worst thing is he just obliterates me in 2 shots and I move on, but I wanted to make my way back honestly. Again, everything I was saying earlier about liking Estelden sort of doubly applies for Gath Forthnir. Hopefully this is the right. It's not as picturesque as pulling up the ancient ruins, but the vibe of it, as I've said, big fan. Okay, let's talk to Gullidir, see what he's got to say. I feel like we're getting close to the end of Book 15. Usually, is it this one? I know they were on polar opposites. I don't know if this was Gullidir's. Nope, this was Laerden, so that's where his daughter was. Okay. So yeah, you can see here they update the text. They just talked about how, like, the Bane of Moradith or whatever. I can't really take too much credit. I, tanked the front lines, but I was not the one who finished the job. It is a strange fate, both Laerden and I losing daughters to Angmar.
What can I do for you?
Armalith's death pains me, though it may seem strange to say such a thing after all the evil she once wrought. The fall of Mordorith is a hope beyond hope, and the destruction of Narquil and Mordrambor will be a boon to our efforts in Angmar. Bring news of the fall of Mordorith to Rivendell, for it will ease the counsels of the many there who must still take thought for the North. All right, let's do it. Heading back to Rivendell. I wonder if the hunters can muster in Rivendell. I know wardens, I don't think they can. I can do Osgaruth, which is close. Estelden. Oh, I can muster in. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I was looking at, I had Steam open on my computer here while I'm gaming, and I just saw the, like a gigabyte patch for Starfield. I think the DLC's out. I don't know if I got the DLC. Way back when I streamed, I don't know if I just streamed a couple of sessions, each of a couple hours of Starfield, maybe 3 or 4, or did I do one really long one? But either way, at the end of it, I concluded that, this was not a game I found interesting to stream. But I wonder if it's gotten more interesting to play. I keep hearing mixed things, and I don't. And I sort of hold Skyrim on this pedestal, even though I've actually never really beaten it. I found it like the smoothest one of those, but one of those, I just don't know what to think. I think the only one I've ever actually finished is Oblivion, if I'm being honest. Book 15, Chapter 12.
How can I be of service?
Aye, Mordorith has fallen. These are tidings indeed, though woven with tragedy, as are all things in these days of strife. Normaleth was a valiant elf, strong beyond the measure of the wise. Take word to Master Elrond. He should hear these words from one who witnessed the event. So, like, you know, I played a bunch of Fallout 3, but didn't finish it. So that's the thing. Like, I just find myself not finishing Bethesda games most of the time. And Fallout 3 I really liked what I played of it, but after a while I don't know, I just didn't muster the interest to go all the way for some reason. And then Starfield seemed like it could have been really right up my alley, but then is it just an RPG shooter? I just don't know. I do remember that I thought there were things about it that were really frustrating. I know they've fixed some of the like on-planet maps and stuff, but let's see. Calenglad is wise in this fashion. I trust that he will be able to help you discover the fate of Lairdren. So I think we sort of already figured that out.
A strange fate brings you hither.
The words of Glorfindel have shown their wisdom, by Narmalith's hand or by none, though doubtless you played a great role in Mordorith's downfall as well, Black Lodge. Do not burden yourself with the oppression of grief. With Narmalith's noble sacrifice, she has redeemed herself and earned a place among the greatest of our kind in the undying West. Our foe in the north has finally been defeated. I deem that such an end has been put to him that he will trouble Middle-earth no longer. Yenur can finally go to his long sleep. It seems that Lairdon has one last part to play in all these events. While Faloth, one of the caretakers, was cleaning Lairdon's chambers, a parcel was found addressed to you, Black Lodge. It would seem that he left it for you before he left for Region. I have asked that the parcel remain in Falia's keeping until you return to Imladris. Now that you're come, you should seek her and claim Lairdon's legacy. Hot take. I don't know. Okay, Falith is in the courtyard of the last homely house. Okay.
My heart cannot sing today.
You are Black Lodge, are you not? Let's choose one. Let's see what we got. Light armor. See what the medium armor offering is. Oh, that's good. That's very good, sir. Ma'am.
Will you hear my sorrow?
There we go. Level 50. The original Shadow of Angmar level cap. We've done it. We've beaten... No, just kidding. There's 150 levels. Tons of more volumes to go. But, yeah, let's see. While performing the somber task of cleaning Lairdon's chambers once and for all, I uncovered a note from Lairdon made out to you, Black Lodge, along with a parcel that he left behind. Master Elrond bade me hold these items in my keeping in hopes that you would return. Let's read the note. I've hidden this message and parcel for you. I hope that it will find your way into your hands in the event that I do not return. You have my thanks for all you have done, and I would also beseech you for forgiveness. My pride cost me my daughter long ago, and I was blinded by grief over her mother's death. Perhaps this may help you understand why I have done all that I have. Before I forget, because I will forget, let's see if we can find... Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
The sorrows of the Eldar are never ending.
My heart goes out to Lairdin, Black Lodge. It was a sad story. I know, as does he, that you did everything for him that you could. This parcel is yours as he wished it to be. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Kind of a spoiling of the moment, but let me go unload some
Sweet-eyed
space
Milan,
here.
how may I be of service?
Hold that thought. Honestly, I've got so many of these items, I probably could have hammered out a lot of the faction quest stuff, but oh well. Battle gauntlets. Nope, don't need those. This seems better. I wonder, why am I not using it? Seems better than Tadan's Remembrance. So let me swap that out. If I can find it. Okay, Tadan's Remembrance is the gold one. Let's do that. Okay.
How may I be of service to you?
Why did I switch this? Oh, maybe the out of combat speed. So I confess, I say I don't know how this game works. So I'm not sure what these sockets are going to be. I'm sort of tempted to hold on to this for now. just to see what it does later on, but okay. So we took care of that. Let's reconvene with Phaleth just to finish this up.
Grey is the shadow upon my heart.
My heart goes out to Lairdin Black Lodge. He was sad story, okay? The parcel is yours as he wished it to be. Here we go. Volume 1, Epilogue. Oh. Oh. Is there a... So is there a quest for the epilogue? I mean, what do I, or do I just go and, so I've got cosmetic outfits. Let's see what happens if we try out this new cloak. Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, why not? So was there some kind of note? Was there something I should do with this epilogue? Portrait of Narmaleth. Oh, that's all right. But I'm just nervous, like, am I supposed to do something? I just want to make sure. I'm not missing something? I think I read the note, right? Didn't I read the note? Yeah, I read the note, and he's like, you know, thank you and apologies. Yeah. That might be it. Wow. Okay. Huh. Volume 1 is done. Volume 1 is done. I don't know how many volumes there are. We have made our way officially through the first volume of the story. And I will say, as I was just saying before, I greatly enjoyed it. Greatly enjoyed it. And again, like, to me, I not that I have a lot of experience with MMOs, but I don't know, in my time playing some others, I've never been grabbed by the story in one quite the way I was here, and thought that was really amazing. So we've been going for a couple hours. It's
Dark days are coming.
welcome, Black Lodge. I am pleased to see you well. We must be thankful for every journey that ends in safety, for these are dangerous times and the shadows grow ever long outside Rivendell. A small company will soon be setting forth on a mission of great secrecy to combat this growing dark. I am loath to speak in detail of their errand, but know that it will do great hurt to the enemies of this age if they succeed. The fate of the race of men concerns you closely, Black Lodge, and I know that you are trustworthy. 2 doughty men prepare to set forth on this perilous journey. Lend them your assistance as they prepare to leave. I speak of Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and Boromir of Gondor. Look for them in one of the guest rooms along the road that winds up the southern slopes of the Vale of Imladris. So I wonder, I was saying earlier, like the music resets every time you click back into the game after you click away from it. I wonder if it's because it's got like some kind of dynamic engine. I know like the old, I think the first time I encountered personally like a dynamic music engine, it was like either TIE Fighter or X-Wing. It might have been TIE Fighter. I don't know if they had it for the original X-Wing. I can't remember, but one of those games touted like a dynamic music engine. And so maybe that's the thing. Like it sort of has to be able to respond to what you're doing, like when you enter combat or something like that. So maybe it's maybe because of that it has to I don't know, somehow reset. It doesn't just keep playing. It's been long since I walked on the green grass and sang among the birches of Imladris.
Greetings.
Elrond has entrusted you with the knowledge of our errand, Black Lodge. I'm glad. I go with Boromir to his city of Minas Tirith, a journey that lies along that of the rest of the company. For many leagues. And yet, the route to take is still undecided. I see two ways for the company to take. We might make for the Redhorn Gate, the pass over the mountains that descends into the Dimrill Dale, where lie the still waters of Mirrormere. I'm going to boost this up a little. It's getting late and my eyes are starting to get a little shot. Or we might head for the Gap of Rohan, by which Boromir came north. There are difficulties associated with each way, but one of these two must prove the better route. I will continue poring over the maps, Black Lodge. Will you speak with Gandalf about these two routes? I believe he's in Bilbo's room on the first floor of the House of Elrond. What's the other quest?
Though our mission to thwart the schemes of Amarthael and Modrangor must be our main focus, I sorrow that the shade of my ancestor lingers, burned by great remorse.
Oh, interesting. First of all, some voiceover for the actual quest line, and second of all, which I don't know if I've heard much of, that much of it at least, but please speak with Lord. I'll accept this because we're heading there anyway. And let's see what Boromir has to say.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Does my heart good to see a man such as you, Black Lodge. Aragorn there seems a strong man, but he seems to prize the friendship of elves over that of his own kind. So many elves in this place. Every hour we spend in this hidden valley prolongs the struggle of Gondor. How many men will fall in its defense ere we depart? My sword arm itches for battle, and my horn longs to be sounded. You understand the need we have for haste, Black Lodge. You are not like these others, who live for such a long span that the concerns of the present must seem trivial or meaningless. But it is not so. Climb the winding road to the south entrance of the valley and ask the guards there if they have need of my vigilance. I will spend the time until we depart guarding the borders if they have need of my strength. So I think, that's one of the things I sort of learned, as I sort of poured through the One Ring second edition. I'm not a huge Tolkien verse fan, right? I mean, I like it, but I don't know it. And so one of the things I, gathered from when I was reading and prepping the One Ring second edition is that, the Men of the North, or maybe was I reading Ice. Iron Crown Enterprises Merc. Middle-earth role-playing. I think in one of those books I read, like, yeah, Men of the North, like Aragorn, they live like a couple hundred years. So it's not like the elves. But it's not like not like regular folk either, so it had to have been in the Iron Crown stuff, because I remember there's a scene in one of the Lord of the Rings movies where Aragorn is talking with the woman who kills the Nazgul, because she is no man, and I'm blanking on her name, and I think they're talking about his age at one point, and he mentions he's like 70 or 80. And I knew before that, so it must have been. And if it was mentioned in the books, sadly, I don't remember it. I'm sure it was mentioned somewhere, but I gathered most of my early Middle-earth knowledge, again, from Middle-earth role-playing, from Iron Crown Enterprises. We have things here at the entrance to the valley well in hand, Black Lodge. I appreciate the intention of our visitor from the south, but we have no need of his assistance. Imladris has been safe from attack for long years before either he or you walked in Eriador. Thank him for the offer, but tell him his concern is misplaced. The elves can protect themselves. Again, is it, when I was saying a little earlier, like, take the time, if this is your first time playing this game, if you get into it, like, do some of the side quests. Mechanically, if you look at this, it's just go to point A, come back from point A. I mean, it's not mechanically terribly interesting, but I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if you play MMOs for mechanically interesting things a lot of the time. There's something else about it that, whether it's the community, whether it's the, in this case, environment, storytelling. If you like the mechanics, but they're never going to be like, I don't know. I think Souls games are mechanically amazing, so that's always my go-to. But whatever your mechanically amazing game is, insert it here. So I never mind doing something, because it's all optional, right? Like, I didn't have to take that quest, so it doesn't bother me that it's just to here and back. See what Boromir has to say about it now.
Greetings.
What did you say, Black Lodge? The elves have turned down my offer of aid? This is what I expected, though. It grieves me to see it so clearly. The elves believe they have no need for us, Black Lodge. They may change their opinion if Gondor falls, and change it quickly. Do they not see that our people are their last real defense? Have they forgotten the great deeds of our people that have made this land safe? We must remind them, a friend. Go to the Hall of Fire in the House of Elrond and remind some of the elf singers there of the great deeds of our people, of the Gondorian cavalry, perhaps, and of Elendil and his sons. They will not then undervalue the contributions of our people. So again, was it just going up to the north and then walking back? Yes. But in response, we get some character development from Boromir, which, is not shocking. That's his character. That's his sort of his thing. But, yeah. thought Gandalf was here with Bilbo. At Boromir's urging, you recite the tale of Elendil and his sons and the strength they brought to bear in the Battle of Dagorlad at the Black Gate of Mordor. I know this tale, but I know it by another name, for in Imladris it is called the Song of the Last Alliance, and it involves more characters, not just Elendil, the Tall, but Gil-galad, our king, and Master Elrond, and Círdan, the shipwright. But you have reminded me of this, and I urge you not to forget it yourself, Black Lodge. Neither elves alone nor men alone could have withstood the power of the enemy at the siege of Mordor. Right, because that's Boromir's thing, right? He's like, hey, what about us? But everybody's like, hey, we're a team, bro. Okay, let's see. Boromir's urging, we recite the tale of the ride of the Gondorian cavalry that pursued the Witch King from Fornost, where the forces of Angmar were routed. The good tale and the deeds of Prince Irnor are worthy of remembrance, as are those of many strong men besides. But your tale has ended before Irnor's horse gave way in terror of the Witch King. Were it not for the arrival of the elf lord Glorfindel, things may have gone ill for the captain of Gondor that day. But your point is clear. Against the great evils of the shadow, elves and men must stand together. It is a lesson gladly remembered. All right, so is Gandalf in Bilbo's room? Okay, on the first floor. Okay, I thought he was with Bilbo. All right. Guest chambers. I think Bilbo's over. Is he over here? Uncle Bilbo spends his time in the Hall of Fire, but this is his room.
Why do you disturb me?
2 ways, you say. What are the 2 ways over the mountains that Aragorn proposes? The passage of the mountains could be difficult. The Redhorn Gate is very high up, and in winter the heights may be treacherous. I do not believe the Gap of Rohan will be open to us. That way would bring the company too close to Isengard, and Aragorn will understand why we must not go that way. There is a 3rd way, through the mountains. I will not speak of it here, but Aragorn will know the way of which I speak. Return to him with my misgivings. Okay, and then we still have to talk to Elrond. When they were putting the game together and somebody fired up this area for the first time and they heard that haunting vocalist and they were running around this area with all this, beautiful art direction. I mean, they had to know they made something special, right? You hope that they had to look at one another and to say, you know what? I think we may have done it. I hope they had that satisfaction. We played a major part in the war against Angmar. Now we must turn our attention to the war against the Dark Lord. Let's see. The one who lingers.
I knew King Arvedui in life. He deserves a better fate than to linger in the frozen wastes, tormented by his past.
Okay, you explain that Aragorn wishes to find some way to put the shade of Arvedui to rest. Okay, but then we just got actual voiceover. We're in agreement. Elrond furrows his brow deep in thought. Truthfully, I don't know how best to help him. In my experience, shades of men often linger in the world because of something unfinished, an oath unfulfilled, an oath broken. Perhaps if you spend time with Arvidwi, you will learn why he lingers and find a way to relieve his burden. To that end, I have a request that might lead to salvation for the fallen king, and also thwart the enemy. Elrond motions to the book on the table and opens it to a page marked with a piece of tasseled cloth. You see that it contains a list of many dated entries logging something. The seven-pointed star of Arnor illustrates one of the pages. As you have seen, Angmar has committed many forces to Forakel, conscripting the local Garudane into their ranks, sending more soldiers than necessary for the purpose we believe they possessed. They're searching for something, and I have finally found a clue as to what that might be. This record, recovered from Anuminas, details significant troop movements from the years 500 to 600 of the Third Age. There on that page, it states that a large contingent of soldiers and Prince Elendur himself moved an item of great importance from Ostvarad into the north. It does not declare what this item is or where precisely it came to rest. I have a suspicion as to what it might be, and if I'm correct, it is surely what the Angmarim seek in the frozen wilds of the Forakel. First, I would ask you to seek the ranger known as Lothrandir. I believe he is still among the Losoth, and should you encounter the Angmarim in force, I fear you will have need of his sword arm. Together, bring this information to Averdwi. As the king of Arthedain, he may know where the secret treasure was hidden by the Arnorians all those years ago. If fate is kind, you will find the treasure before the Angmarim can seize it for their dark masters. If it is kinder still, you will also find a way to put Averdwi's spirit to rest. I wish you luck, Black Lodge. Okay, so that's the one who lingers. That's a side quest. The forward is to go back and talk to Boromir. So that's kind of a nice touch, right? Like this side quest from Aragorn sort of really feeds off of some of what we were doing in the main quest.
What do you need?
UV's. So, behind the scenes, I was putting some eye drops in because my eyes are really drying out because it's getting kind of late. It's been a long day, and I guess I accidentally turned on my external speakers. That's what you probably just heard a second there. I'm just gonna leave it all in. You know, you get it all. You've eased my mind, Black Lodge, though it seems we struggle alone. It is not so. That is why we fight on, not just for our own people, but for all peoples. There we go.
Greetings.
I do know of this third way, and Gandalf knows too that I am loath to bring the company through the mountains by that road. It is a dark way and dangerous. I will say no more of it now, but I hope it will not come to that. My heart tells me that the Redhorn Gate is the safest of for our purposes. Thank you, Black Lodge. You've done me a service. Here we're going back to Elrond. You have aided Aragorn with his preparations. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. Work has been like good busy, you know. It's a project, you know, that I like, people that I like working with, but certain days are intense is the wrong word, but when you're doing certain kinds of work in real time with people over Zoom, for me at least, it becomes very... I'm trying to go as fast and precisely as possible. So it's like, you know, I described it to my wife as like staring at like this massive spreadsheet with like a tiny font. And you're trying to get every single detail of those spreadsheets correctly. And, you know, some of these stints are like 5-6 hours at a time. You know, not much of a break, and it's that kind of intense concentration. So by the end of it, your brain's kind of fried. My eyes are going cross-eyed. So I needed a few eye drops there to help get me through the end of the book quest. Or, well, I guess we got through the end of the book quest, but what I'm trying to do, I think, before we wrap it up, is get through the forward and see what's next.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Thank you for helping Aragorn and Boromir with their preparations, Black Lodge. The fate of all your people... Hold on. Sorry, I had to cough. The fate of all your people is bound to the success of the mission they must undertake.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
The time has come for the company to depart on their errand of secrecy, Black Lodge. As you have been of some assistance with the preparations, you may join the members of my household as we see them on their way. Tell me when you are ready to wish them well. It is time. Let us go with my household to wish the company well.
The household of Elrond Half-Elven gather to bid farewell to 9 brave adventurers entrusted with a secret task which could mean the salvation or doom of I, Gandalf the Grey, must lead them along the dark road.
Everything seems to be ready, Black Lodge, and we're about to leave. Hopefully, I will see you again once this is all done with. You take care of yourself, Frodo. Adventuring is dangerous business. It is, but look at all the help I'll have. You're right, Frodo. You can't go wrong with a Took, a Brandybuck, and a Gamgee. Solid hobbit song. Keep an eye upon these lands while we are away, my friend. Our errand is a dangerous one, but there will be danger behind us, too. And my footsteps will be easier if I know that Black Lodge remains behind to protect against them. My own journey will carry me far from here. Anduril will go to Minas Tirith, but my road follows that of the company of for many leagues. Samwise, you dunderhead, you've gone and forgotten to bring a bit of rope with you. I knew there was something you'd forgot. Bill here will have too much to carry as it is, and I've lightened his load as much as I can. You're in for it now, same as we are, Bill. Got to look after each other, we do. This is it, Black Lodge. Wish us luck, and we'll be sure to come through okay. Leastways, we'll make sure to lend Frodo all the help we can, and do whatever Gandalf needs us to do. We'll see you when we get back. and that's a promise. Come on, Pip. It's almost time to go. I'm ready. I was just saving my energy, Mary. If it were up to me, I would ask you to come with us, Black Lodge. The halflings are too well represented. Why should the race of men have so few within the company? Every lesson he learned from the last couple missions, gone. So begins a new journey. Let us go forth boldly, I say, rather than skulking from shadow to shadow. Let the enemy quail at our coming. Are we ready at last to leave? I'll be glad to be putting this waiting behind us. Always do I wind my horn at setting forth. Let the enemy quake at its call. That was ill done, Boromir. The strength of the company's errand is in its secrecy. Why should we creep in darkness and fear? We are not thieves. Yet we must leave like thieves, Boromir, or risk detection. Come here, Black Lodge. The number of the company has been chosen, Black Lodge, and any more would threaten the success of its mission. You have business remaining in Eriador, brave man. Defend its people from the lengthening shadows. If the errand of this company fails, Eriador will have need of heroes before the final darkness. You have done your part, Black Lodge. This burden is for others to bear. The company is setting out on the quest of Mount Doom. I ask no oath or bond of you, save Frodo alone. You go with him as free companions. Any who abandon Frodo will answer to my axe. A fool knows to walk any road when he knows not where it winds Gimli. A fool vow, sorry. Such a vow might lend the fool courage to strengthen his heart if strength is needed. Rely instead upon each other and take what counsels you can. Go now, with the blessings of all free folk, farewell. Come on, Bill. Farewell, sweet Imladris. You will stay always in my memory. Mary? What is it, Pippin? I'm hungry. And they're off. It is done, and they are beyond my aid. For all my wisdom, I cannot see the end of their road. May they come to it in safety and return to Rivendell in victory. And so the company departs. May the stars shine upon their road's end. Let us go back inside Black Lodge. There's nothing more we can do for them. The company must now rely upon their own strength and wisdom.
coming.
It is done, Black Lodge. All our hopes now rest upon the 9 members of the company, 9 walkers to stand against the 9 riders of the enemy. May they come to no harm and return in safety, their task completed. There's nothing we can do for them now. We must stand tall against the shadow and keep its attention focused upon us, far away from those who can do it the greatest harm. That is our task now, Black Lodge. Do you accept it? Goddamn right I do. All right.
Dark days are coming.
The question is, though, how do we proceed? Is it the one who lingers? Does that get us to volume 2? I think that's one of the new classes. I don't know if it's called a swashbuckler or... What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Can I muster... So the question is, Evendim close to Forakel? It is. So let me see if I can muster an Evendim. I'm just trying to see if I can avoid spending a mithril coin.
Greetings.
Okay. Now, usually the coin is very good at putting you right there. Okay. Elrond and Aragorn will wish to see this book and hear the tale behind it.
What has brought you back to Forakel? Is everything well in Rivendell?
You explain Elrond's request to find the missing Arnorian treasure before the Angmarim and to try to put Arvedwy's shade to rest. You bring tidings of high adventure, and it would be a great honor to assist you in finding a lost treasure of the Dunedain, and to meet King Arvedwy himself. We must not tarry here, then, if we are to find it before the Angmarim. Let us travel to the shipwreck of the Thoraval at once. Okay, so let's call it. What I'm going to do is we're going to call it here. And in the interim, I might just double check, like, how do you get Volume 2 started? And I don't mind doing this quest at all. I just want to make sure I know how to get back on track when the time comes. But I wanted to... I know we completed, Volume 1, Book 15. We got through the book. But I really wanted to sort of end on that instance where the Fellowship leaves. I knew that was coming. And much like the funeral ceremony in Evendim, I love those little interludes that are just purely for narrative. And yeah, I've talked about how, like, the One Ring, it feels like it's sort of, I don't know. It's all about, like, the big names, and, like, it doesn't make sense if you're joining the rebellion and your boss is Luke Skywalker when you first start. But at this, I didn't quite feel that way, at least from that moment, because, if you follow this story, it's not just that, hey, we're level 50, bro. Respect that. it's we've helped defeat, people going after like a ring of power, which we've helped destroy. Like we've made an impact at this point, and it felt like a worthy reward that we would get to share in this moment. Even though, of course, it, on some levels, just pure fan service. But hey, well done fan service is good for the fans. So I really enjoyed that moment, and I was looking forward to it, and I wanted to experience it, and I thought it was a nice moment to end on. So we will call it there. We'll pick this back up soon with The One Who Lingers, and like I said, I'll double check how to get to Volume 2 just to make sure we don't get too sidetracked. In the meantime, this is Black Lodge Trivia Night. We're mainly a tabletop RPG actual play podcast. We also do discussion podcasts. We recently had a Damn Fine Coffee come out where we discussed mysteries and fatalism in RPGs. And what else? We got games coming up. We just wrapped up an English Eerie 2-parter. The final part should be up in a couple days at the time of this recording. We are going to just upend our rotation. I've been saying sort of a couple of games in the pipeline for a while. Just throw that all in the trash. We'll see what comes next and where it goes from here. So thanks to everyone for checking out another installment of this. Looking forward to seeing where the volumes pick up next and what lies ahead. So thanks again, and take care. Bye-bye.